Hi hello community, PLAYERIGN'S here. Last week I did talk about making some camera shakes for my reloading system, but I realized that can be pretty annoying when you're in the middle of a fight. So what I did instead is, I was playing Valorant with my ranked buddies, and I noticed that when you're playing Valorant, when you're striking like this, notice how like the attack animation always hits the center crosshair, right? And if I try to right click, the right click always hits the center of dots. So I thought it was really interesting, right? Even when I'm jumping, it always hits the center dots. Even when I'm looking down, it hits center dots. Even when I'm moving left and right, strafing, it hits center dots, right? Because when you're moving, notice how the animation shifts, right? The arms move. So that affects the position of your arms. Now, the way that Valorant's doing this is probably because they're making it so that they're all preset animations. So like all they're doing is slotting in animations when you're doing something. But my animations are not handmade. My animations are procedural, right? Because I made a video about that last time. My animations are actually programmed. So for me to achieve this, I actually had to make my programming smarter as well. So for example, now if you look at this, when I right click, right, it hits the center of the screen. And when I'm jumping, it also hits the center of the screen. When I'm falling, it also hits the center of the screen. When I'm moving, right, because when you notice that when I'm moving, my arms are moving slightly left and right, which means my arms are slightly out of position. So making it always go center screen isn't like a simple cookie cutter process. Like I actually have to do some math to make it calculate how far it is to go from the hand position to the center of the screen. It actually took me a while to do this because originally, like, when I'm moving left and right, it doesn't hit center screen. When I'm jumping, it doesn't hit center screen. I also noticed that I have leaning in my game, so it's a little bit more complex in Valorant, right? So when I'm leaning, it also hits center screen, right? So when I'm leaning jumping, it also hits center screen. Right, so when I'm crouching and slow walking, that's really cool. When I'm falling as well, because falling is half of jumping, it also hits center screen. That's what I really like. Now originally I had two attack animations, but I switched it to just one because the second attack animation just didn't click with me, and I think that it's just better to have one really high quality attack animation than just have two varieties that are mid. So this is bugged as well. This is correct. I also changed my hit decals a bit so that they look like the way that you're attacking the wall. When you're attacking the floor, now when I first did it originally, like I think the angle might be too, it's too slanted, I think, right? Interesting, what is going on here? Yeah, what is going on here? When I'm attacking normally, it does... Wait, why does it look so different? What the heck? What the heck? Why does it look so different? Okay, that's a bug. That is a bug right there. So, originally, like, it was much worse than this. When I'm attacking it, so now it looks normal, but when I'm turning around... Okay, this isn't right, that's right. So these are bugs. This is too much. This is right. Yeah, so attacking the wall and attacking the ground has like different coding happening here, and I guess I need to fix it. But that's what I've been working on. Now originally I thought this was gonna take like, I don't know, 2 to 3 days, but because there's like no guides on how to do this like online, and there's also like no guides on like how to do something else that's similar to this online as well, I basically had to figure this out on my own, right? I couldn't like build on top of previous formulas. I had to actually create the formula myself. I had to actually do the math. I actually had to do some math formulas. So that's actually like really crazy there. But yeah, I do have my AWM and my shotgun coming soon, I think. I'm gonna post images of those. The animations for the shotguns is coming in soon, I think, which means we just have one gun left, which is the AWM. But I do want to rework my rifle. because this base rifle is actually an asset my friend gave me to just learn how to animate. But yeah, that's all for today. I know this is like not super exciting, but it is something that I think will make the game feel much higher quality.